Okay, so it's 10. Good morning, Pima College. I'm
Good
calling this
morning.
meeting to order. Do I have a motion to move into exec session for just a few moments?
Madam Chair, I
So
move
moved.
that we go into exec session to receive legal advice regarding the appointment of a chancellor.
And Maria, do you have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we will be returning to this meeting in a few moments. So please stay here if you're wanting to watch to see what's happening. Thank you. We'll see you in a few.
What happened? Uh-oh. I think I should have left. Darn it. I did something wrong. I have to do it again. Oh, darn it, darn it, darn it.
Okay, it's nice to see you all back. And we will now be joining the regular meeting, and we only have 2 items on our agenda today. So Wade, would you like to go ahead with our first motion?
You're muted, Wade.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I move that we appoint Dr. Jeffrey Nasi as Chancellor of Pima Community College, and also move to approve a 3-year contract that has been negotiated between the board and Dr. Nasi, instruct legal counsel to finalize the details, understanding that the contract will begin on August 5th, 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Any comments? I would like to read a statement. The governing board, and I want to thank all of the people, both inside Pima Community College and outside in our community, for participating and assisting us to get to this point of announcing our new chancellor for Pima Community College. I want to share so that everyone knows what efforts and energies went into this selection. The board voted to form a committee to select a firm back in early October last year. There were some glitches and the process didn't actually get started until December. A national search firm, Anthem Executive, was selected and hired to facilitate the search. Anthem met with the board and were directed to search for candidates who possess the qualities, characteristics, and experiences that the board wanted for the new chancellor. Anthem posted the job listing, advertised, and organized all the application materials. The board voted to form a committee, a second committee, made up of college employees, a student, community participants, and 2 non-voting governing board members to read through more than 24 applications, rank them, and finally select 10 to participate in virtual hour-long interviews. At this point, the Chancellor Selection Committee voted to move 3 finalists forward to in-person interviews. 1 withdrew, and our 2 finalists, Dr. Jeffrey Nasi and Dr. Verona Garcia, came to Tucson to tour campuses and meet employees, to present themselves to the wider community in hour-long forums that were also presented in virtual form for those who were unable to attend in person, and to interview with the governing board. During the forums, there were options for questions to be submitted to the finalists. Afterward, there was an online survey for each candidate. More than 200 submissions with comments for each of the finalists were collected. Board members read approximately 24 written references for each candidate, and board members participated in 4 video reference calls for each finalist. We also had board members interviewing members of other boards from the finalists' colleges. As you can see, there was an enormous amount of reading applications, checking references, etc., which led us to today as we announce the board's selection to fill the chancellor position at Pima Community College. We are especially grateful to the people who served on our 2 committees, to the staff at Anthem, and also to our staff at Pima Community College who made this entire process happen. With our sincere thanks, thank you. Hearing no other comments, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of appointing Dr. Jeffrey Nasi and approving the contracts as previously discussed, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed?
Pose.
Okay, motion passes 4-1. And now we'll be moving on to our second item. Luis, you're on mute.
I oppose too.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say, I saw you say yes. Okay, so motion passes 3-2. And now be moving on to our second item on the agenda. Jeff, do you know if there's someone here who's going to discuss this with us?
I'm not sure. I can give you a quick background. There's probably people who are more knowledgeable than me about this, but I can at least give you the quick overview. So approximately 3 years ago or so, the state Office of Economic Opportunity started a project to collect data from the colleges and universities and combine that with employment data the state had so that both the state and the educational institutions would have a better idea, be able to track what happens with graduates to see about their employment opportunities and career paths afterwards, so that we would have better data to help, inform decisions at the college about programs. There was a 3-year intergovernmental agreement with the state for Pima to participate in that project. That agreement ends this year. Before the board is a proposed agreement to extend that for another 3 years. The terms are not significantly different, and apologies for not being able to bring this to the board sooner. There were some issues with finalizing language that didn't get done in time for the June meeting, but we now have the final proposed agreement, and that's what's on the board's agenda that would allow the college to continue to participate in this project with the state and other colleges and universities around the state. If you have more specific questions, there's probably, like I said, there's probably people who are more knowledgeable, but that's an overview.
I know that Dr. Nick Richmond has had me sign that statement for the last 2 years. So, it's definitely one of those legal things that it does come before the board. Is there a motion to approve this so we can move forward with collecting that vital information?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, motion passes unanimously. Thank you all for being here virtually, and I think that is it for the day. So I will now adjourn this meeting, and we will see everybody back in August. Thank you. Have a wonderful summer.